Well, we've been together since about August of last year. We campaigned for the separation of church and state. People often conflate secularism with atheism, but we're completely different from atheism. We have nothing against private religious beliefs, but we are concerned that the right to religious belief doesn't extend to the right to ownership of public institutions like schools, like our legal system, like our councils, like our government. So it's really about the separation of church and state, freedom of religion and freedom from religion.
And regarding this petition with the Edinburgh parent Veronica Wilpin to sort of abolish religious observance in non-denominational schools, why have you endorsed that move?
Well, there are two ways in which religion is introduced to children. There is religious education, in which children are taught about religions in a comparative philosophic way. They're told, look guys, here's religion, now you can choose that, but here is an equal platform for non-belief. So children are introduced to the option of religion in a philosophic way. On the other hand, there's what's called religious observance. Now, Scottish schools have a statutory obligation to provide at least 6 occasions of religious observance throughout the school year. Now that's when somebody comes in and tells them that they should follow Jesus and that God is true, effectively that Christianity, it's mainly Christianity, is imposed on children as truth, often by evangelizing outsiders.
And what are the details of this petition? Like, I think it required over 500 signatures, which it does have for the council to have a petition meeting about it. What do you think will be the consequences if this petition comes through?
Well, there's a variety of things that might happen. There's the petition needed 500 signatures to compel Edinburgh City Council to discuss it. What might happen is that they'll either immediately vote to have a poll to vote to discontinue religious observance, or they might want to take more evidence, in which case it will be discussed by the Education Committee. Now the problem with, of course, the Education Committee is that it has 4 statutory religious seats in the Education Committee. You know, our Education Committee is entirely democratically elected, as all councillors are, except for 4 statutory religious seats which are simply nominated by their respective churches. I mean, there is absolutely no mandate from parents to have that level of influence in schools. There are 4 unelected statutory religious seats in our Education Committee.
And in terms of non-denominational schools in Edinburgh, which is the petition focusing just on Edinburgh, or is it focusing in Scotland in general?
The petition system that bravely has been begun by Edinburgh City Council means that we can only discuss it within the auspices of the Edinburgh district. But having said that, the Edinburgh Secular Society have received letters and emails from all over the country saying that they're very glad somebody has put a voice to these concerns that they've had for many years, and we're already hearing that people in Fife are thinking about doing a petition, people in Glasgow are thinking about doing a petition. So this is something that's been a concern to people for many, many years, and it's only that we're putting a voice to this that it's actually being discussed. Parents are unwilling to present their feelings on religion to the school community and the headmaster, because they don't want to be that difficult mum. They don't want to be that troublemaker. Because though if parents ask for their child to be taken out of religious observance, there is often little provision made for that child out with the observance. There's anecdotal evidence that children are made to sit on benches outside the headmaster's office like they do as if they're on detention. So not surprisingly, parents are less likely to make a fuss than they might like. So it's something which just goes on and on and on, because nobody is actually standing up and being counted about this.
What characterises religious observance in schools? So is it hymn singing, and what other kind of things?
Well, that's a good question, because it's a very open thing. Unlike religious education, in which children are taught about religion in a comparative way, religious observance is often imposed as truth by outside visitors.